the kitchen with Ernesto Duran from Cafe Bien. Okay, I see some meat here. So what are we making?
Well, we're cooking your classic meat and potatoes dish. It's going on my dinner menu, coming soon to Cafe Bien.
Okay.
What we have is...
That's right, I forget. You guys are having a dinner menu.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so walk me through the ingredients. I'm guessing steak and I'm guessing potatoes.
Yes, we have ribeye steak here, 12 ounce. We have red potatoes, which we will roast and put in a skillet and then put it in the oven with some cheese and heavy cream.
Okay.
We have button mushrooms, leeks, and red onions, which we will saute down in the drippings from the steak and create a very nice mushroom ragu.
Wow.
We also have a foie gras butter, which will go on top of the
Foie
steak.
gras. I like
And
that.
then we have Maldon sea salt, cracked black pepper, and then a little bit of cheddar cheese.
Man. Okay, and what's in this?
That is my heavy cream.
Oh, that's the heavy cream.
That's just kind of like my little cool way of keeping it safe.
It
making
is
sure
a
doesn't
cool
spill
way
all
of
over the
keeping it
place.
safe. All right, well, we're going to get cooking when we return. But for right now, we're going to head out to Kenny and see what he's talking about. Good morning, Kenny. And we are going to get cooking. Okay, so what is our first step?
First step is making sure your pan is hot.
Uh-huh.
I've seen a couple of people come on the show and the pans aren't quite hot enough.
Yeah.
So I always try and make it a point to come over here and get the pan super hot.
Is that with every meat? I've started doing that. I wait
It's-
for my pan to heat up and then I throw it in.
You know, there's something
learning so much.
something called the Maillard reaction, which happens when the sugars caramelize inside proteins. So you take the meat, stand back because it's going to get
This
kind
is my
of
favorite part.
smoky, but you know, it could be a little bit better than that. But
Okay.
it's good. So you just want to make sure you have high heat. Right now we can turn it a little higher to make sure that it gets perfectly caramelized.
And it's popping.
Yes.
Okay.
It will continue to do so.
So this is one of your meals that will be on the dinner menu.
It sure will.
Now, when is the dinner menu opening?
We don't have a definite date. We know it's going to be within
It can't
a
be
few
today,
weeks.
come on.
I wish it
I wanna
was.
go
I
out
wish
for
it
dinner
were.
tonight.
We're going to run this special during lunch for the next few weeks just to make sure they can come and taste it and see if they like it. It's likely going to be on the menu. It's been tested and tested again, so we're real proud of we're proud of the product that we made. We want to make sure that people are aware of us downtown.
Yeah.
We're on Gold Avenue in between 4th and 5th, right in the Sims building. They have like a little inlet, you know, sort of
Yeah,
like a little...
and you like go through this little gate.
Yeah, we have a nice little patio. We have a nice little herb garden out there.
Okay,
Just
great.
come and share our experience with us.
Yeah.
Come and try our food. Dinner is going to be open very soon, and we promise not to disappoint.
All right, well, we're going to finish cooking this up in a little bit, but first, let's get a check on your weather with meteorologist Cassandra Trimley. It's another beautiful day here in Albuquerque and another beautiful day in the kitchen. I'm here with Chef Ernesto Duran from Cafe Bien, along with our around town expert, Howie Keibel. Okay, what do you have Howie doing over there?
I have him chopping up some potatoes. Please be very careful. That knife is extremely sharp.
Howie, I swear, if you
It's
cut
very-
yourself, I'm going to be
it's
so
very
mad at
dangerous.
you.
You got it.
Okay, so last time we were here in the kitchen, we only had the steak in there, so what all have you done?
Okay, we added some leeks, some red onions, and some mushrooms.
Okay.
Right now, everything's just caramelizing. You know, the fat from the steak is starting to render down, and the flavors being added to the onions, and it's all exchanging right now. So
Okay.
everything is flavoring one another inside the pan.
Okay, so the steak's flavoring the mushrooms and the leeks,
Yes.
and they're flavoring the steak, so it's a nice combination.
We also pulled out the skillet potatoes from the oven. What we did was we just took roasted potatoes, we put them in a skillet, a little bit of butter, a little bit of heavy cream, a little
Okay.
bit of cheese, and we put them in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. And this is what you get right here. Really nice, amazing caramelized dish of potatoes. So
Okay, so that's kind of what Howie's working on
that's what
right
he
now.
would be doing right here.
Is
We
he
would
doing
take
a good
these-
job or a bad job?
That's
Be honest
perfect.
with him.
You know, that's perfect.
Oh, come
we
on.
take this, we toss this in olive oil, salt, and pepper,
Okay.
and we put it in the oven at 320 for about 20 minutes, and then it gets soft. A little bit of color is added, but you really want the color added in the final step, which is in the skillet. So
Okay.
you don't really need too much color on this. You just want to get these cooked just to where they're soft and you can bite through them, but not to where they have any color. So the color comes from right here,
Okay.
like we were saying, the Maillard reaction. You know, caramelized sugars. If you want to give the steak a turn,
Yeah, I do.
I think it's ready. It
I'm
sounds
gonna
ready.
get popped, I bet.
No, you'll be fine. You can always remember to turn away from you. Yeah, I'm sure you.
Oh,
look at that
really?
beautiful
Oh, I
color.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
You're
turn
suppo-
away so that if
you're
it
supposed to
splashes,
turn it away from you.
splashes that way.
Ah, good color.
Yeah.
These
Good
are
move.
good life tips, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about foie gras.
Okay, well,
What is foie gras?
foie gras is duck liver. You know, it's a portion of the duck that
Okay.
it's very popular. It's very delicious. Some parts of the USA don't really approve of it being used, but there's certain purveyors of foie gras where you can purchase, and they use a process to where it's not abusive to the animals,
Yeah.
and that's the kind of foie gras that we use. We don't
good.
go with stuff where the animal is force fed. So we just want to make sure that when we use this product, we bring education to the table as long as people know that the animal is not being abused. The farms where we get this stuff is.
Okay.
It costs a lot more money, but it's really worth it. And it's a much better product. I've used the other stuff too, and this stuff seems to work a lot better. So we take foie gras, we pan-sear it,
Okay.
and then once we're done pan-searing it, I chop it up and I add whole butter to it, and I add garlic confit to it,
Okay.
and we kind of make this whipped butter. And once the steak has perfect color and it's cooked pretty much all the way, we take out our veggies.
Okay.
So we take our veggies, we put them on the side here.
Veggies out. Now, how long does it typically take for the steak to have that perfect color?
You know, you only want to cook. You only want to turn a steak once. So you make sure that the first side is perfectly covered in caramelized brown. You know, nice golden
Yeah.
brown.
Okay.
And then once that's probably about
It's a color thing.
3.5 minutes. Yeah. So you don't have to turn it. You can take a peek. You know, you don't have to turn it right away. So you just
Yeah.
take a look at it, and you
Okay.
make sure that you don't turn it too early.
Now, Howie,
You know?
are you a fan of steak?
I am, and
Howie's not a fan at all. I gotta get all the steak.
I just read an article about how cooking steak on a cast iron skillet like that can be better than a grill.
Oh, it's much better than a grill. 'Cause
Yeah.
on a grill, the only parts that are touching the steak are the bars.
Yeah.
And on this, there's a full slab of
steak.
metal touching the steak, and
Okay.
that creates for more Maillard reaction, which is that brown color that you see on the steak. Right now, this butter is browning.
Butter smells
So
great.
this right here is what you want to baste the steak in. So you
Okay.
take this, and you just keep basting your steak. You keep.
Okay. So while you're doing that, tell us, what is your address again?
Our address is 400 Gold Avenue Southwest.
right.
We're in the Sims Building courtyard. If you don't know, the Sims Building is the first high-rise built downtown.
Okay.
So it's got a ton of history. It's being renovated floor by floor right now. Peterson Properties are the people in charge of it. They've taken really good care of us. Our courtyard is amazing. It's beautiful. It has patio seating. There's a really cool little herb garden we have
It
out
is.
there.
It's a fantastic
You know,
place.
Great.
So we will get out and we're going to try this right now. But if you want any information about Cafe Bien, just go to casa.com and click on the Style tab. Stay there.